How we doing, guys? Welcome. Just getting a few things finished, set up here. Alright. Maybe if I could type. There we go. Alright. Put that in the pinned. Okay. So, picking up from yesterday, I did fight the battle against Alariel and we won fine. I still don't know why, my other army didn't reinforce, because I'm definitely in the zone of control. But it's fine. It's whatever. We won. It really wasn't too bad of a fight. Which I did, after that fight, I did take the time and spend some money just on some buildings. So if you guys are wondering where all my money went, just spend it on upgrading. I'll just click through the buildings here. I did end up doing cleanup duty on Alariel's army up here to the north. So I'm bringing this general back down. The Bretonnian faction just completely left after taking Trilinia, so I guess we'll swing him down this way and see what happens. But other than that, Tyrion's re-recruiting an army. I would imagine it's a bunch of Eagles, because it's the best unit he has at his disposal. But this could be a really good opportunity to just get rid of Alariel. Because she doesn't have any armies. And we could. I need to give him one unit.
Now.
We could just okay. So they're trying to ambush me. I mean, we're definitely gonna win. Plus, since they have the artillery, they'll wait for us. Alright. Okay, so they... Okay. We're gonna have to be a little spread out because we can't afford to have her drop some spells on us. But yeah, it's still like 6 a.m. here, so that's why I still got the lights off. But I've opened the window, so when the sun finally does come out, we'll get some better light in here. Or my wife and kiddo should be up in 2 hours-ish, at which point I'll let the dog out and then he can go out there and I can turn the light on. But alright, let's see. I have a lot of infantry, which isn't a big deal, obviously. We just need to try and get back to actually healing our units. We've spent probably 80 to 90% of the campaign so far, basically at half health. Alright.
Pain and despair.
Alright. I need some open space. Tell you what, we're gonna do like a reverse checkerboard at first
Marauders.
with infantry. Or we're gonna do it super skinny. That way, if they do cast some spells on us, it won't be very effective.
Marauders of Slanesh. Pain and despair. Souls.
Plus, we're not that far from being able to reinforce each other.
Cultist of Slanesh.
Good, and NKari will stand in front.
Oh, yes.
Good. Hey, Almost, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, welcome everybody. Just picking up where we left off yesterday, playing cleanup duty on that battle. It really went very well. Wasn't much to it. Just I wasn't being cautious when I streamed it yesterday, but it really wasn't that hard of a fight. Good. Alright, are they shooting my units now anyway? Yes, they are. Okay. In that case... Alright, where is the general at? She's the one we really need to take care of. Because she's got the most potential for giving us some issues.
Charge! By the hellboards.
Yeah, I figured. Alright, swing them around.
This will do.
Good, we absolutely deleted that artillery piece. Alright, attack those archers. And she casted it on herself. Nice.
Excess in all things.
Alright, all of you.
Spread decadence and depravity.
Just go ahead and charge. Get out of there. Hey, Shots, welcome, man. Well, that's a good point. Usually you do it with, I guess by that I meant I'm doing it with infantry. Usually you just do it with missile units. But, alright, they're done. Usually you do it with infantry is all. Or missile units.
Make them scream.
Faster. We are in agreement.
Alright, zoom around
Your will.
and attack him. Or her. It's a her. Alright.
Marauders of Slanesh.
Yeah. Get rid of that lord.
For orders!
Holdes no slanesh.
Jackals and thieves.
Good.
Moving.
He should be healing. Yep, good. Alright. And we're gonna run as many of them down as possible.
Whispers
Easy
of
win.
glory.
Ravage them.
Worship Shornal.
Just get them to quit moving. We'll do more damage to them. Good. Nice. Alright, what else we got? Very unlikely I can get to them, but you never know. Yeah, there's no way. Oh well. But yeah, welcome everyone. Might have to put the potion of toughness on that hero for this this next fight. They might get completely wiped out here. But yeah, I hope to stream for like 6 hours today is my goal. So I hope to go from like 6 a.m. to noon my time. Get a little bit of a lengthier stream in. Be able to interact with you guys more than, you know, another 2 hours and have to go to work. So so we'll just have to see how it goes. What's up, Cash? Come here. It's alright. It's okay, buddy. He's got his FOMO going on. He's thinking he's missing out on a giant party outside in the living room. Alright. Yep, just take the replenishment. We might be able to get quite a few battles out of this, actually.
The Tempter Lord.
Good, get him some more health.
I am enlightened.
Dark Princess seeking hidden.
Because we'll attack her again. And then we should be able to get, excuse me, a couple fights from fighting Alario.
Tempt you. Excess. I hunt.
Good.
It is agreed.
And then you need the potion of toughness. Good. Alright. What technology do I want to get? Okay. Corruption, we're not really having issues with corruption. Holy shit, 6 hours. I appreciate that, almost. Usually, I mean, ideally, I would like to be able to go for 6 hours, ideally. But it's just, it's just not really possible during the week. not that I again wouldn't want to, but no one's up at 1 a.m. my time, playing or watching. Like, for example, when I got home from work last night at like 6 o'clock, like 6 p.m. and ate and showered or whatever, and started playing very, very briefly at like 9 o'clock after everyone went to bed. Basically just to do the battle, right? And I like went to Steam and like the community tab, and there's only like 15,000 people playing the game. But then I go to like to YouTube and go to Warhammer 3 Live, and there's nobody doing anything with Warhammer at that time of night. So it's a good thing I'm married, because I would absolutely have no social life whatsoever at this point in my life if I was single and just working. Alright. That could just get me more vassals, which would increase my income. Growth is not a problem for Slaanesh. I mean, that would be nice, but not immediate. Does it? Because it takes into account, right? When you, depending on how they feel about you, right? It takes into account. Get battles, diplomacy with Slaanesh factions. Okay. Any position out there. It's not that hard. You just have to give up some of your sleeping hours. Oh yeah. And well, like I've thought about like making videos, you know, like because I don't mind like staying up and obviously playing and just watching TV. You know, like on my other monitor, you know, I'll watch like TV or something. You know, HBO, Netflix, whatever, or I'll watch other videos that other people made or other streams that people did throughout the day, right? But it's just. I just get so exhausted between getting up early in the morning and then you know, going to work and then coming back and hanging out with my wife and the kid and making sure they're okay and they get a good night's sleep and all that stuff. What? So it's
Your will. Wolfric.
I wouldn't mind having Wolfric as a vassal. Yeah, screw it. Let's work on the vassal game with the Warriors of Chaos, Beastmen, and Norska. Okay. Let's attack her. We'll be fine. Plus, it'll give us multiple chances to use the Potion of Toughness. I could steal the Treekin. Sleep is for the weak, and I am so weak. I also really do love my sleep. Could steal all 3 of those units. But it's not worth it. Minute 30. Seduce 3. Well, basically, I'm trying to think of like a game plan for like the campaign. I think Oath 1, I want to keep Oath 1 as like my, I don't know, my well, what's the word I'm looking for? Like my base operation. And then just start branching out and just like taking settlements, vassalizing them, and then just like retreating, going to the next place, you know, doing the same thing, you know. Basically going in, pulling the Thanos snap, and then getting the fuck out of there and be like, deal with it and pay me money. Alright. So they're all gonna be over there. And we're just gonna make a giant barricade.
Excess in all things! Slanesh decrees it!
Arch tempter.
Yeah, I think about it from time to time, you know, like what it would be like now if you know, I was single and like discovered, not that I discovered streaming, but like got into streaming is what I should say. Like, I mean, I started watching stuff on Warhammer content, you know, long before I knew my wife even, and but it's just one of those things, like you know, it's just, you'll never know, like, you know, like you can think about it, but you just never know what it could have happened and whatnot.
Attack.
That should get him to heal. Plus, like, even now, like, with what stream, like, what's the word I'm looking for? With how streaming has just changed a lot, even in the last 5 years, I guess, is when yeah, because I got Warhammer 2 in 2019 or 2018. Was when I started playing Warhammer 2. No, it was 2019, because 2018 is when I first discovered Legend. And then after that is when I actually started streaming myself. Yeah, shortly after that.
Onward.
So yeah, I mean, I watched Warhammer content for about a year before I ever dived into it, I guess. And like, if you go back, you know, to 2018, 2019, when Warhammer 2 was, you know, more or less in its prime, right? I mean, just the giant, like, not attitude about streaming, but just how people view streaming now is just not what it was. Like, streaming used to be like the best thing you could do for a channel, for, you know, whatever it may be, for a game, like whatever it was like the best option. And now it's like a lot of people are going like to the YouTube Shorts because it's what people have the for the, you know, lack of a better word, the attention span for, you know. I mean, there's not a lot of people that really seem to enjoy, you know, I mean, Let's Plays were like really done in terms of quality, like I guess in terms of just people actually wanting to watch them a while ago, in my opinion. And so like it moved on from like Let's Plays to live streams, and now even live streams are kind of getting I think they're kind of meeting their end, but at the same time, like it's still, I think, a valuable way to make content, but it's just that people aren't as interested in it. You know, a lot of people just like the quick little snippets, A lot of, I mean, without anything is now in social media, a lot of people like the YouTube shorts, you know, the memes, all that stuff. You know, they just want, they want something quick, they want something short, they don't want to spend a lot of time on it, and if they do, they're not interested, you know, and that's just the nature of the beast, you know, it's, you know, it's just times have changed with it, and that's how people want to watch their content, you know, they don't want to sit and play catch up on a 8-hour live stream, or not even a 6-hour live stream, really. But luckily, I mean, YouTube is adapting, and you know, now it has like the most. If you like go in videos after a while, and it's, you know, basically people have had time to kind of like watch the video and all that jazz. You know, now there's like the most replayed part of the stream, or most replayed part of the video, right? Like YouTube has done that, so that does help. You know, the viewer to try and see like potentially what are like, or what is, you know, the like best part of a video, that kind of thing, right? So that's really cool. But it's just interesting because, you know, like, you know, a few years ago, if I would have started streaming then, you know, when I was single, and you know, obviously it was during the pandemic, right? Like everyone was staying home. You know, no one was doing anything. They were staying home. They wanted to entertain themselves, so it was prime time to, you know, get into it. But I just didn't have the means to do it, and people loved the live streams because they had nothing to do, you know. But now it's just like, since everyone, I think, is finally like, it's really like everything is kind of back to quote normal in terms of people going back to work and everything like that, where, you know, like me, I get up early, I go to work, other people get up, go to work, go work out, whatever they do, and they don't have time to come home and watch 8-hour, 6-hour live stream that somebody streamed of Warhammer, you know, especially because not everybody's going to have 2 monitors, you know, like, I'm fortunate enough that I found a really cheap monitor on Facebook Marketplace, but what happens if somebody really wants a nice monitor and they don't want to spend $500, $600 on one? So, you know, the only monitor they have is where they can play a game on, and so they can't watch something else, you know. So it is what it is. Yep, just keep taking the replenishment. And that, I mean, I guess with that being said, it's not to say that things may come back to live streams, but as of right now, I don't know. I just don't see it, you know, becoming a do missile resistance. But I don't know. But I still think, regardless, like, even with the YouTube shorts, even with all that stuff, like, live streaming is still, I think it's always going to be like the backbone to making content. It's just that there's obviously a bunch of other alternatives out there, is all. You know, and it just allows people that are making content to really pick and choose, you know, the type of content they have to make. Because if their audience really likes the YouTube shorts, I mean, Tariff, right, is the guy that makes like all the meme videos, right? Like, I think he streams from time to time. But, you know, the bulk of his fan base, I would imagine, are there for the memes, you know? I mean, oh God, I got on YouTube yesterday, or 2 days ago, I can't remember, and I was just on the YouTube homepage, and I was getting tons and tons of YouTube recommendations of, you know, YouTube channels involving Warhammer, of people I've never heard of. And I was like, oh, so, like, you know, I was like, whatever. And so I'll, like, go check it out, and because the one guy I've never heard of has almost like 850,000 views on like a 30-second video. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how has nobody heard of this guy? And it's just a meme channel, you know. It's just a giant meme channel. But like all of those channels, like I'd say 90% of channels like that now are freaking skyrocketing. And it's just weird because, you know, like, can you imagine making a like meme channel just based off of like historical games? Like, I just don't see how it would be sustainable, I guess, because eventually, like, you know, say you're playing Medieval 2, right? People want to see if, hey, are you just going full rogue, or are you like playing history? If you're just making a meme video out of it, you know, you're like I don't know. It's just weird, I guess, for me. I'm also obviously not the person that really, I think it's Tariff, isn't it? I could be wrong. Or like not the YouTube shorts. Yeah, he makes like the real, yeah. He makes like the funny short videos. Yeah. Yeah, I got my people right. It's been a while since I've checked out his channel, so for a second I did think I had the wrong guy, but I was right. Okoye is also another one. Hey, Anon, welcome, by the way. Yeah, Tariff has like, you go to his, yeah, I was thinking of the right guy. I'm just letting my magic generate here anyway. Yeah, he's got like the little short, like under a minute videos. Yeah, they're all under a minute. But I know Okoye does a little bit of both, though, doesn't he? Because he streams from time to time as well. I really like his streams. He's a very upbeat, you know, play for fun. I try anyway. I shouldn't say I do. I try to have kind of a balanced game style of like Legend and Okoye, where I try and make it fun, you know, like Okoye makes his streams fun, but also try and make, you know, smart decisions in my campaigns. But obviously I'm not like to the extreme extent. Like, I mean, I'm lazy from time to time, you know, I'll admit that. But come on, just come and attack me, boys.
This will do.
I really don't want to waste ammunition. There you go. Come get me, bitch. Yeah, and they're both. I really like Okoye's the most. But to begin with, I'm not a huge meme guy. Like, I don't like fucking TikTok, really. Like, I just, which I know TikTok isn't a meme, but I hate like those. I just don't enjoy them like at all. Like, I don't like, cause the meme videos where it's just like, you know, it's just like stupid humor. Like, I'm a stupid humor kind of person. Like, I like Family Guy, I watch Letterkenny, you know, like, I don't mind that stuff, right? But not when it comes to video games, I guess. Like, it just depends on the situation, but at the end of the day, like I take my video gaming fairly seriously. So, like, for me, you know, to you know, not take something seriously with like Warhammer, like, that bothers me because I'm very serious about it, and like if I'm like watching a video on something that I don't understand, I want to watch a video that's going to, you know, teach me something, not that's going to just make fun of what I'm trying to learn, you know what I mean?
Marauders of Slanish! NKari. Do not touch NKari.
Slanishi cultists! Phantasmagoria! The serpent strike!
Where's the... Oh, she already used it. Yeah, that potion of toughness really does not really do a whole lot. Warhammer is super duper sick. You know what I mean. Like, I know people can make a lot of memes about it, but like, I mean, I play it to have fun, but like, if I start like really fucking up, like, I'll get pissed off at myself, right?
Orgasmic agony!
Like, it's not that, because, you know, like, it all depends, like, on the person, you know, obviously, too. Like, I could take the game very seriously because I want to have a successful campaign or whatever. But you know, other people will just play it for the lulz and do something incredibly stupid because they can, you know, and that's totally fine. It all just depends on the person, on how they want to approach the game, really.
I am irresistible.
Let's just kill her, please.
By the hell,
I don't think I've ever seen you get upset. Exactly.
glorious!
The closest I've probably ever gotten to upset is when I've actually was moderating Legend's last stream before he like called it quits. There were some people in that chat, because like the chat at the end of that stream just became completely unhinged, and it was very cringeworthy for me. Not the stream itself, but some stuff that people were trying to say was just like, there was just no like sense of what's the word I'm looking for? Like decency. Like, some people were just saying the most rude thing, or like trying to say the most like rude and impolite things I think they could. Because, you know, it's like, I think they just saw it as their last chance to say something incredibly fucking nasty, and get away with it. And it was just like that. It was not enjoyable for me. And like, I mean, it wasn't a lot of people. Like, a lot of people were fine. Don't get me wrong on that. Like, most of the chat was fine. It wasn't that big of a deal. But there were some people, like, you know, like, it always starts with one person. Like, one person says that, one person would say this, and then, you know, the other person would kind of like, you know, just kind of kept building off each other. They said this, and then the other person said that, back and forth, and like, everything was just being allowed. Like, I never like allowed anything in that chat that day, because I was not gonna be, you know, I didn't want to personally feel like I was responsible for letting, you know, arguments or whatever go on, but it was just, and like, I just hope that, you know, like, especially, yeah, I don't know, and imagine that I actually put up with that for almost 4 years. Oh yeah, and that's the thing, like, I know he's got, or had ton of moderators way before I ever became one, but like, just like the stuff like that, you know, it's just, it's just crazy, like, on what people will try and say. Like, you say one thing and you know, it's just how, you know, the times have changed, you know. Like, you could say one thing and then someone will interpret it like 180, you know, completely opposite of what you meant. But, you know, they'll be like, oh, well, I thought you meant this, and so I can get away with it. And that's not true at all, but people still use that as an excuse, you know. you know, I could say that, hey, the sky is blue, and someone could be like, no, it's yellow, and they'll fight me to the death on it because they just believe that they have the right to think that. You know, like, whatever, you know, it's fine. Do what you want, but they, like, people, it's ooh, another Armor of Destiny. It's not that, they don't, like, argue to make a point. Most of the time, it's like people argue just to freaking argue. And that's what's
Such
annoying.
insights to tempt
Valheim. Yeah, I've watched a few on it. I'm not big into those types of games. So, personally, I haven't watched many of it. But it seems it's like
you. Excess.
a little of, why can't I think of it now? It seems like it's a little of like Minecraft, but with like, it kind of reminds me of Conan Exiles a little bit, I guess, is what I was trying to think of. It's what it makes me think of anyways, Conan Exiles.
The Tempter Lord.
Good. Super duper chill now too. That's good to hear. I just, even like watching Skyrim, people play like Skyrim or other games like that. Like it's just not for me. Like I'd rather do other things or watch other games. I've never been in a big RPG player. It just hasn't. I don't know. It's like that one tweet about how people respond to, I like pancakes, so you hate waffles. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it just, like, the arguments, it's like people are just arguing just to argue because they can't argue. And it's completely, everything is almost always blown out of proportion, and it just makes absolutely no sense. And it's just unreal what people get, you know, try really hard to get away with. And most of the time they do, because, you know, like, how did you misspell it? I say Jade. Oh, I said JDM. But yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. Well, there's this one channel that I'm not subscribed to. But he just makes, like, his whole channel, he just makes a bunch of videos on like what's like going on in the world, you know, and he'll like talk about if it's, you know, basically smart or stupid or, you know, whatever. He basically just gives his 2 cents on it, and people really like him for it. Like, he's got millions on millions of subscribers, right? And I guess he made a video the other day on, because he has, like, basically people that work with him or for him, I guess. I don't know. I don't really remember how he phrased it. But anyway, he tried to do something cool and basically pay people for, like, video suggestions. Like, hey, what do you want to see? What do you want to see us talk about? You know, that kind of thing. And we'll, you know, pay you for it. You know, if we end up making a video on it, we'll give you, basically, it's your idea, so we'll give you some money on it. Which at this point, I guess, you know, he already had basically a reputation of, like, the stuff he would make. But he made a video about how basically pissed off he was at that idea that they decided to go with, because people would, like, send him in a video idea of, like, hey, eat a frog, or go jump in a pile of mud, or go talk about this super controversial topic, which that's what the dude's channel was based on anyway, right? And so he would make a video on it to begin with, and then people, you know, would they were saying that people would then email them and be like, hey, you talk about this topic, and here's the email of proof saying that that I told you to talk about it, so pay me money. And so it's like, you know, it's even things like that where, you know, out of the goodness of his heart, he's trying to do something to incentivize people to give worthy ideas of content ideas and whatnot, and people just blew it way out of proportion, basically just to get an easy dollar, by suggesting things that was already going to be done anyway. You know. And it's just sad to see shit like that, you know. Especially just with the whole like content, like it just more and more in each day. It just seems that more content creators, you know, struggle with wanting or being able to make content because, you know, again, like, it's just like, you know, I think Legend would even talk about it in his last few streams where people would be like, hey, do more like, was it disaster battle videos? And so he would do more videos, but then no one would watch them. And then it was like, hey, do some disaster campaigns. And then nobody would watch them, you know, and he would, you know, people like, content creators try and do all these different videos for people, and then they do them, and then nobody watches them, so they stop, and then people bitch and complain that they stop making those videos. And it's like, you can't have it fucking both ways, man. You know? Give me $5 and I'll read your idea and either make it or respond. Right, like, but again, you know, is the guy was just trying to, you know, I guess out of the goodness of his heart, try and get more people like involved. You know, try to be, because like, you know, the channel makes like videos, so he's never like live streaming. You know, he just makes videos, makes a video, talks about a topic, and then, you know, goes to the next one, that kind of thing. So like, you know, it's just a way for, I guess, his fan base or whatever to be able to actually be a part of his video content creating. And I'm sure, you know, there were some good ideas, you know, good ideas, good suggestions, you know, that kind of stuff. But like, and it's one thing, you know, if you have a small channel like mine and you get 5 or 6, you know, if I were to do something like that, I get like 5 or 6 ideas, you know, like whatever. But like when you have millions of subscribers, or hundreds of thousands, or whatever it is, and you have, you know, 1,000, 10,000, whatever it is, people, you know, giving you ideas and suggestions and going through all of them, and, you know, like at some point you go through, you know, X amount of emails and then realize that 90% of them are just people, you know, people just trying to not mock you, but just trying to get you pissed off. Because really, like, a lot of it too is like people just want, you know, their 15 minutes of fame, be like, oh, like, this guy talked about my incredibly stupid idea for a video, but hey, at least, you know, my name got on his channel though, you know. Doesn't care that it annoyed the streamer or whatever. It just matters the fact that, you know, the person's name was even mentioned. Or maybe not mentioned, because, you know, I imagine the streamers will still be nice and not, like, out anybody. But obviously the people who do that stuff are, like, watching those channels like it's the fucking gospel, you know, at church. And so, like, they'll know when their video is being talked about, you know what I mean? And then they can go to their friends and be like, I got him to, you know, to talk about it. I told you I could, you know, whatever. I probably did bad batch because of that. Right, like, and it just, it makes it really hard. And I mean, all of this goes back to just how things have changed in the last, 5 years between, like, when I started watching, you know, like, Legend and Mercy the Mad, and all the other at that time, I think it was Mercy the Mad, and really the big ones at that time when I first started was Legend and Mercy, and then shortly after that, Dame came into the picture, and you know, so on and so forth. But it's just astounding the difference in just the type of content that the majority of people, you know, want to see. You know, it's just really, really crazy how things have changed. Why didn't you heal? 159 speed. Holy shit. Get that heal in, boy. There we go. Wait till that one's done. And then go do it to him. Where are you going? Very nice, very nice. Alright, that's good enough. We'll sack and occupy it. Get some money. Growth is, again, not an issue for NKari. Plus, once we completely get rid of Alariel and Tyrion, we're going to push for the Sword of Cain big time. Because then NKari will become a one-man army. Then we can transfer most of these units spread out in between the other two. I feel a little obsolete, and it's okay. What's important is that you don't stop growing, right? But that's like it's a catch-22 though, right? You gotta have. Hey, appreciate you stopping by, Anon. Hope you have a good Saturday, my friend. But it's a catch-22 though, right? So, like, for me, like, I really like live streaming. I really like interacting with you guys. But, like, I mean, and I know I was gone for a while, but even when, like, right before my wife and I had our child, right? Like, I would get 200 views on a live stream, right? And then for basically shits and giggles, I made a few like short videos, right, of just random things that would happen when I was playing in my own time, right? And those videos, I mean, if we're just going strictly based off views, those videos did vastly better than my live streams and let's play videos. Like, not even not comparable at all. Like, not even close. 100% did night and day better. But let's hold that thought. I'm gonna run and grab some coffee quick, and I will be right back, guys. Just one moment. I'll just go through the intern here. That way, when I come back, we'll be good to go. Just one moment. Alright, I'm back. Thank you guys for being patient. No, because he's just going to keep getting declared war on. But for example, anyway, back to what I was saying. So, like, I really like, you know, making live streams, or not making live streams, doing live streams, because, one, I get to play the game, obviously, but two, I get to interact with you guys, right? Like, that's the whole part of live streaming, is being able to engage with your, yeah, take the hero. Being able to engage with your audience, right? It's the whole purpose behind it. Whereas, you know, Let's Plays, meme videos, you know, that is 120,000% there just to generate, generate views, you know, that's fine. But, like, for example, like, if I go to my channel here quick, right? Because on the flip side, like, live streams, Let's Plays, like, those don't really do that great anymore, right? For channel growth. But memes, short videos, all that stuff do really, really well. So the Rakarth campaign, actually, the Let's Play actually did fairly well. I was actually kind of surprised. But leading up to that, right? So I did a... wow, the Rakarth campaign has 1,000 views. I'm actually very surprised. So, like, I did a Bellacore video, right? That was only 4 minutes long, but it was, like, explaining the whole, like, concept of him, you know, having 0 cooldown and super cheap magic, right? And how awesome and powered it was, right? Didn't do that great in the grand scheme of things. And then a few months later, I made a 30-second video of just a battle clip, and it got almost 600 views. So, you know, and if I go, like, to my live streams, the last time I hit one even over 200 views, oh gosh, was 4 months ago, when I'm pretty sure I got rated from Legend when I played Icket Claw. So, you know, if I'm going based off of just, you know, what, you know, if I just wanted to go for growth, if I just wanted to go for subs, you know, I don't blame people, you know, like, I would just make super short videos and let it be that. But at the same time, like, I kind of think of it as, like, basically don't forget, you know, don't forget your roots, like, don't forget where you came from, that kind of thing. But obviously, so, like, now I'm trying to do a little bit of a combination of, you know, live streams, Let's Plays, maybe, I'm thinking of maybe doing them again, but also of, like, little short clips of, you know, things that I'm doing, you know, just to make little videos. That way, you know, I can still be growing and get new people's attention with those little short clips. And then hopefully they'll then, you know, come over to be like, hey, I like his short videos. Maybe I'll like his live stream, that kind of thing. But it's always a catch-22, right? Because a lot of times you can either, a lot of people, you know, or a lot of times, you know, you can just go all in on one and all in all the other, and basically just say, fuck live streaming, I just want to generate a bunch of views and a bunch of subscribers and make money. You know, that's definitely one way to go about it, but then, you know, you'll probably lose people that really like live streams and that kind of thing, right? And at the end of the day, too, like, if you're gonna do YouTube and actually do it, you know, for a channel, you gotta do stuff that you're actually going to enjoy, you know. So as much as, like, yeah, it'd be really cool to see tons of subscribers and all that stuff, like, I don't want to lose interacting with you guys, you know, like, I don't want to just, I don't want to do that, you know. I want to, you know, I want to make live streams. I want to interact with you guys. I don't want to just be another, you know, meme channel, you know. There's tons of those. I don't want to be another one. I don't enjoy that kind of stuff anyway. You know, and so it's just not something that I personally want to do, you know. But that doesn't go to say that I won't, you know, explore my options, like, down the road, you know. And I'm still gonna try and make videos that, you know, will generate views and subscribers and whatnot, right? But it's not that it's going to become the only thing I focus on, basically. But yeah, the YouTube algorithm, it's great if you're popular. That's about it. Other than that, it's pretty rough. Speaking from experience. Yeah, it's just rough. Nice. Alright, let's get some more marauders. Yep, let's just keep pushing on. Yeah, that's fine. Nice. Do walls. Just for now.
Lord. Hunger for soul.
Good. Make him almost unbreakable. Like, I really hate how the algorithm basically,
My divine master.
you know, you're competing with, I mean, you're already competing with other people, and then it's another thing to be competing with yourself on previous videos as well. It's a little extreme in my opinion, but you know, again, I get it because it gives creators an incentive to make good content, so they, you know, become popular, so YouTube recognizes them, right? But then, and it also gives you the incentive to not lose that once you have it, right? You want to, it keeps you on YouTube, right? It's really well designed for YouTube's purpose, you know. Their whole purpose is to bring people to YouTube, to stay on YouTube, and it really reinforces each other. It's really well made for itself, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's good for the individual.
Enter my palace of pleasure.
The purity of the algorithm.
Precious.
Hey, whatever gets you to sleep well at night, man. But yeah, it's crazy, like, it's crazy to me, like, when I look at my channel, right? Like, I can't believe that, like, the Rakarth Let's Play, and I feel bad, you know, looking back on it, you know, that I wasn't able to continue making stuff on it. But, like, I mean, the last video I was able to do on it was over 2 months ago. But, I mean, for the first part of it, you know, which the first few episodes always do really well. But, you know, like, for a Let's Play video, like, for my first really ever Let's Play, I mean, those videos did pretty well. And then, like, the short little clips I did, you know, grand scheme of things, did pretty well. And it's just crazy how, you know, people just really like the short. Oh, nice. Spring break. Let's go. People getting after it on spring break. It's just crazy to me, you know, people's just desire for different types of content like that. Come over here and kind of be a spy for me.
Even the lawmaster could not.
Delectable.
Beyond even.
Alright, I know what I'm going to do. So NKari's going to come here first. And then reinforce. And then this guy will be able to get rid of Aberlon after this.
I desire new surroundings.
I'll have to fight it manually, which isn't the worst thing in the world. But after this, NKari will head down south, and then he'll be up here to finish the rest of Aberlon. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why, like, I'm gonna try and do a little bit of both. Which, it's not that I don't want to do all three. It all comes back to time. I mean, like, on the weekends for sure, like, I have tons of time. Like, I have no problems with staying up late. Like, so right now it's 7 a.m., right? I'll probably be up till 4 a.m. tomorrow. I'm not even kidding you. Just playing, I mean, between hanging out with my family and just being on the computer, like, I'm going to have tons of time on the computer today, right? And tomorrow, for that matter. Which is great. But, you know, it's really great times to, you know, make content. But at the same time, like on the weekend after a week of work, you know, I just want to play a game just to play a game. You know, I don't want to always be, you know, working or making a live stream or making content. You know, sometimes I just want to relax, but at the same time during the week, I don't have a ton of time to do that stuff, you know. So it's really hard to get a balance. Oh shit, not what I want to do, because I mean, really what I should do, like, if I'm looking strictly just at the channel, what I should be doing on the weekends is basically never playing just to play. I should just be making, you know, let's plays for the week so I can release those, right? And it's really hard, in my opinion, to make videos nowadays. One, which it's not that I don't want to edit videos, it's that I'm really bad at editing videos, and I don't really have a good editing software, and I don't have the means to, you know, pay someone to edit videos for me. So a lot of my videos that I release are just straight up uncut. What you see is what you get, basically, because that's the truth of it. I don't have a lot of time to go in and edit a bunch of my videos to make a really good video. And even on top of that, like, a lot of those videos, right? Like, for example, when you're doing Let's Plays, like, if something goes wrong in a Let's Play, like, that sucks. Like, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know, like, you just roll through the punches, because, I mean, think, like, for people that, you know, do, like, even like a 30-minute video, right? Hoping everything goes exactly right for a 30-minute video is very stressful. I can speak from experience. You're going into every situation almost like with your fingers crossed, like, and it's why, like, during videos, I hate doing sieges. Absolutely hate them. One, they're a huge time consumer, which I have found, like, during, like, Let's Play videos, even live streams, people do not like sieges in Total War. So if, you know, you make a video and you're going into a siege, you know, people will probably not watch that video because, oh, like, the majority of this video is just a siege. Like, who gives a fuck, right? Like, it's not really that interesting. But at the same time, you can't sometimes not do a siege, right? You have to do it. And so it's really, like, I try my best when those situations do come up that I just do it in my own time. Kind of like the last two, like, live streams / videos that I've done. It's not that I don't want you guys to watch me do those fights, but I get that they're not the most exciting thing in the world. And they're things that I can easily do in my own time to get us past that point, right? Which really, if I had the means to do so, I would just get a decent video editing, software, and that way I can just, you know, skip to the end of battles and whatnot, or sieges that are gonna take a long time, that kind of thing in videos. But think, if you spend like 30 minutes making a video, it's probably at least another 30 minutes to an hour editing that video. If you really want to make a good, clean cut video that's really, really good, you'll spend more time editing than actually playing the game. I have to make 45-minute lessons for children. I can taste the stress. Yeah, exactly. Like my wife is a former teacher, and the amount of time that she would put into lesson plans for a 30-minute like activity slash homework, you know, whatever it was. I mean, was hours for 30 minutes for a group of kids, you know, like, and YouTube is no different. The amount of like the background, the back end of the things, you know, the viewers don't see, you know, all the editing, the time to make a video, the stress it takes to not, you know, if you're doing a Let's Play video, and you know, in terms of Warhammer, right? You know, doing all that stuff to make sure you don't fuck something up is way more than the actual, like, gameplay itself, which is why I try not to do too many Let's Play videos, because it stresses me out. You know, and I don't want to be playing, you know, Warhammer, and I'm like shit, you know, like, because I don't want to be at the tail end of a video and be like, fuck, like, you know, I have to go all the way back and start all this shit over again because the last 5 minutes just completely fucked this video, you know, like, you know, and eventually, you know, if you do, you know, even when I was doing the Rakarth campaign, I was playing that, I was playing that campaign like every other day when I was making those videos because I didn't want to be basically stressed out playing the game. Because I was very, very careful about the decisions I was making, and a lot of the times in those videos, when I was playing like in my own time, I was going through multiple scenarios before I made a video for you guys. I would play, like, I would create multiple saves of that campaign while I was doing it. So I would be like, okay, if I do this, what happens? If I do this, what happens? And then basically, especially if there was no like good, if there was no good like solution, like any outcome was not going to be good. I was like, okay, which outcome is basically going to not fuck me the most? You know, it's like, so again, even like in playing the game, some of it can take way longer, way longer than what you want it to take, basically. The only way out of teaching. The only way out is marry a man or legs first, and I'm not gay. Jesus. No, my wife got the fuck out of there. I'm not gonna let that one through, Almas. Sorry, man. No, my wife got the fuck out of Dodge. I'm glad she did. It was like a night and day difference in terms of her like happiness level. When she finally said like, "Fuck you, I'm done with this." I was very proud of her for doing that. Because I mean, she was a coach too, for softball. So I mean, she coached, she taught, and she really had a. I mean, she still does. Even in what she does now, she has a huge passion when she talks about it to people for teaching kids, you know, coaching kids, you know, helping them grow, helping them learn. I can hear it, you know, in her voice when she talks about it with people. And it's just unfortunate, you know, that the things she had to go through from just her employers, you know, and school districts and parents and all. Basically, you know, like, I think of it in terms of comparing it to like streaming and video games. Like, playing video games was it was back in the Midwest, when we were back in the Midwest. But yes, there is softball in Alaska. A lot of it's not like for high school though. A lot of it's like recreational, like sports leagues, like recreation leagues and stuff like that. But yeah, people do play it up here. Baseball and softball is also a thing here in Alaska. Not to get too off topic, but they just have a very, very short season. Is all. Oh shit. Nope. You're anti-large. Yeah, I'm surprised you actually hit him, but...
No one faster. Slash.
But yeah, it's like I was happy for her because she got out of a very nasty and unhappy situation, but you know, all the behind the scenes stuff, you know, ruined it for her to, you know, keep wanting to do it, you know, for a career, and it was just unfortunate because I know she really liked it. You know, when, you know, but you know, it's those things that happen. You know, it just got too much, and I totally get it. You know, totally get it. Alright, you are going to snipe that hero.
Excess and decadence.
Your secrets, spirit.
Alright, come over here, and we're gonna take out the archers.
As you desire.
Not the missiles though. Or the missiles, the wizards. Come on, you're a wizard, Harry. Oh, speaking of, I'm debating about getting it. If you guys haven't seen it, the new Hogwarts Legacy video game comes out in like 6 days. Looks pretty cool. Seen people talking about it here and there. It looks, all things considered, it does look pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie. But I looked at the like specs that you should have for the game, and I am nowhere close. I would need a whole new system basically to be able to play that game effectively, which is impossible. It's actually really cool how they go about their seasons here in Alaska. It's really interesting. Even like football is in the summertime too. They kind of, yeah, it's just interesting how they get through all the sports. A lot of the baseball and softball stuff though is like in tournaments, so they can basically get the most games in the shortest amount of time because summer is so short up here. It's only 2 months, 2.5-ish months. But the problem, it's not that summer is short, because I know most summers for everyone are, you know, June, July, part of May, June, July, August. But it's just that, like in Alaska, there's no like fall or spring. It's just summer or winter. Between like the two vast differences, you basically have a week, maybe two if you're lucky up here. Or else it's just it's nice and sunny, and then you kind of have like a week or so of, all right, you know, here comes winter, and then winter's here, and it's just Alaska. All right. Just occupy it for now. Good.
Such insights to tempt you.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, he can't quite reach there, which is unfortunate. Good. Yeah, give is more defense. Good. Alright, and then you keep recruiting. Alright, what do I need / want? I'm at tier 4, right? Yeah, okay. Cool, cool. Alright, so I want... Yes, that. Get some Chaos Warriors in here. That will drastically help my armies. Even though they are expensive. But also, I want... Heartseekers. Heartseekers are so bloody good. Oh, they're expensive as fuck, but goddamn, they're good. I also wouldn't mind getting this. There are a lot of things that only a few, you know, only your capital can get. Local region. Let's see. Yeah, build that. No, I want my ponies. It's one of the few cav units in the game that I actually do. I don't mind getting. Sorry,
My divine.
Alright. They're probably gonna come attack Lothern fairly soon. That is definitely a force to be worried about.
Divine immortality.
Come.
Who will join my rapturous odyssey?
Alright.
Do you take
That,
me for
if I memory serves, that's like 100% infantry. Good. Yeah, just keep making that super fucking cheap. Alright, what else can I do?
Name it, and it shall be the cult of unfettered pleasure.
Nice. And what you do, get rid of you, and let's build another one. Basically, you can keep building those and getting rid of the cultists that you don't like. You fuckers lost it.
Fear my malice.
Who's got it? That's not good.
The Dark Princes leave.
As long as Tyrion or someone else doesn't end up with it, then it's fine.
Embrace the lust.
Cause yeah, we could get what up to almost 50% ward save if we get that.
This is a solemn banquet to feast on.
Yeah. Since we're going to replenish
I
pretty well over the end turn, we'll take the damage. That way, this army's stronger for 6 turns. Let's move on.
Any moment without pleasure is wasted.
Yeah, but I think what my wife is working towards now is something that's fortunately like right up her alley. So I'm really excited for her when she's actually able to start working in that that path, that career, which she'll be able to do about a year and a half. So she's very, I mean, she's always been that way. She's very passionate about the things she truly enjoys, which is it's always fun for me anyway to watch her see her do stuff like that. I think she would go back to coaching. I just know she'd definitely not become a teacher again.
Drink in my excellence.
Nice. Alright, let's... Good and...
All will
Good.
die
Make some money.
in rapture. Channel.
Get her physical resistance back up, basically. Alright, here comes Alistair.
Unwise. Never.
Cultist. Speak.
Which, they do have a siege attacker, I think.
We have eternity together. March, my children.
This is gonna be the closest to full health we've been, I think, since turn 1. Not even kidding. See, I think this one I have to be in. Yeah, you have to be in an enemy province to do it.
So good.
Nice.
Feast upon their sin. This is mine now. You want me.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Such insights to tempt you.
Don't think I could win that if they came out and attacked me.
Slanesh is young.
Or came out and attacked me, sallied out and attacked me. No. I got gypped. I didn't get an item. It just took my items away for nothing. All right. Huh. That'll help with some money. Whatever. Give her 1 too.
Of atrocity. Nothing else matters but sensation.
Alright. I think that's all I can do.
Black-hearted.
Dominate.
No.
Speak.
Not worth trying to vassalize or working on the vassalization since he's already a vassal of someone.
Noble born.
God Maker. You summoned the first prince.
Sorry guys, I just lost the internet there for a second. Hopefully it didn't affect you guys. I looked over and my bitrate was at 0. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, between the weather we've had and I think our internet doesn't restart again on the 10th. It's been a rough. But hey, me potentially excuse me. Me doing what I do on YouTube and working full time is allowing her to do those things. So, which I mean, YouTube is something I would like to do part time in terms if obviously I do it part time, but like if it were ever to get to the point where the channel grows, because it's something I don't want to give up on.
Such delights.
Obviously, I wouldn't have come back if I thought it was just going to be a huge waste of my time, but
Time to savor.
alright.
Misguided.
Even the Lawmaster could not.
The cult of pleasing perfection.
Because yeah, he'll have that the whole time.
Hunger for souls.
No. Alright, go this way.
Every step, agony.
Yes.
So I would have 29 units. They have
No.
20,
Certainly not.
33,
I
they have
cannot
40
rewrite
in
reality.
total.
There is affirmation.
Yes, sir.
It pleases the prince.
Sensuous.
I can't ever remember which one actually has the money. So hold up. I just don't want to mess it up. I think it's the Mysterious Island one first.
The Tempter Lord.
Nope, I was wrong. Alright, let's try the other one. maybe neither of them are. I don't know. Went down the wrong pipe. Fuck, that hurt. Excuse me. Ugh. But yeah, I got what? I got a Malice campaign. I got 2 new campaigns that I've started recently. Like, I'm literally on turn 1. I just haven't had time to play a lot of them in depth. I think one of them's gonna kind of be for fun, just to test it out. One's I might do some Let's Plays on, and then obviously live stream Slaanesh for a while. Because there are some games too, like I play like the Third Age mod I've talked about, and like the Game of Thrones game. I play those just for fun. The Game of Thrones game, literally, I think I'm the only one in like on Steam that plays it. Because when I go like to the community tab, there is not a single person playing. It doesn't have like 20 or 100 people or whatever playing the game. It's always 0. Demons needing the money is almost the same as the gods needing the money.
The Tempter Lord.
Should be this one.
Oh, lie thy
Alright, never mind. They're both, I got shit tons of campaign movement range now, I guess.
All souls will yield for Slaanesh.
That's alright.
such insight tempt you.
This is
I mean, she'll
absurd.
definitely attack me if I besiege this. 100% will.
This will serve.
Even
So they got, what,
your
19
master
units
could
versus
not.
my 15. We don't have any, like, big area of effect damage in terms of cost worthiness. The penumbral pendulum is not very good anymore, in my opinion.
I cannot
It's
rewrite
not worth the
reality.
cost. They nerfed it to oblivion for the cost, and it's just not... It's not a good bang for the buck, basically.
Far beneath an archmage.
Not anymore. Ton of missile units. I also don't want to let her
Beyond even
recruit.
Quaish.
So we'll go for it. Only a valiant defeat.
So be it.
Okay. That's better than what I thought I was going to get out of it. Leave the growth where it's at. whatever that one is can do it. Let's move on. Hey, Cedro, welcome to the stream, man. I forgot to tell you, I popped in to your stream yesterday morning. Oh, hell yeah.
Feast upon their sin.
It was after my stream. I just popped in and watched it for a little bit before I had to go to work. I've been very tempted. It's kind of been the theme of the stream so far today, is I just don't have time, but I do want to try and have the time to basically check out the SFO mod. I'm still playing like each faction. How am I your main threat? You're surrounded by 4 different enemies. Let's fuck that bitch. That's a continent away. Yeah, no problem, buddy. But yeah, anyway, I'm still experimenting through a few factions. But playing, like, you know, trying SFO is something I definitely want to check out. Boom, bitch. Yeah, that's safe enough. But yeah, they're making serious business. They're bringing hella infantry over here. Alright, let's do... Yeah, more growth would be good. Better walls, because it looks like they're about to get dumped on. Can I buy that from you?
I always can when your kind approaches.
Why do you want that so badly? You don't give a shit. Fuck. And I have an agreement with them too. Damn it. Fuck a duck.
You want me?
No. Work towards Pit of Shades for you. Health is good. Slicing shards, yes sir. Nice.
Another desire fulfilled.
Alright, well come here. We'll just get better replenishment that way.
How divine. The Tempter Lord.
Do growth.
Misguided.
Time to savor.
He's dead. Ooh, nice. Shrine of Kronos. Where you at? Alright, let's get that built again. I think. Let's actually do money. Yeah, do money.
The herald of Slanesh.
You dishonor me.
Let's go into ambush stance and see if, because yeah, they'd have to come and attack like a major settlement at some point, and they don't have a siege attacker, I don't believe. Said fuck a duck. I would never.
Delicious.
You're... How do you still have those units when that faction is dead? I don't understand that one. Take the money.
The greater secrets are mine. Alone.
Good. Actually, do speed and charge bonus.
Let me imbibe your
Good.
essence.
Alright. Yep. Upgrade you. And good. We'll be able to start getting a lot, some vassals very, not soon, but just faster than what we would have. Yeah, that's fine. I'm actually surprised they haven't tried to take Lothern back because of Tyrion's a siege attacker. They're, you know, every faction or legendary lord is now. But yeah, our conquering of Ulthuan is going quite well.
Abyss yourself.
No, because you're gonna die. Excuse me. I could get some artillery with them. Because, yeah, going and attacking them is just really not something I want to worry about.
Fangs and talons.
Like, at all. I really just don't want to be at war with them.
What compels you to be foolish enough to enter my realm?
Well, it's going up to...
Deliver your message, a lamb, or my servants may think you are for slaughtering. This serves my cause.
He should warn an alliance if it goes up to 150. Should.
Cultist. Voyaging.
Alright. Tyrion's in the sea.
Must taste flesh.
It says we can win, but what are they recruiting? How is he still recruiting fucking Averlon Lorne units? They're not a... They're dead. I done killed them.
You may bow. Bring.
Valiant defeat, huh? So what's he got now? He does have his 3 items. So I mean he's definitely harder to kill. But other than that, like what they got? What they gonna do? He couldn't beat me a few turns ago. He ain't gonna beat me now. We'll be fine. But Gotrek, we talked about that yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, yesterday. Because Gotrek is like, you know, he's like the Witcher dude. You know, he's like the lone wolf going out and just doing random heroic tasks for people. But he's not like tied down per se to any like faction. So that's why they haven't given him one. If anything in the game, they would just make him like a horde faction. He'd be a horde faction for dwarves. Which, like, what? They'd restrict him to only being able to recruit from, like, allies or something like that? How come there aren't undead lizardmen and dwarves? Because this is not Game of Thrones. That's why. You know how awesome that would be, though? Think about that now. If they would do something like that, you know, take the you know, the good old concept from Game of Thrones, right, of the Night King raising the dead of anything and anyone, where you fight a battle, and there's like undead giants, undead, you know, where, you know, that'd just be fucking dope. But obviously you could put like just how they put a limit on I mean, not that they exist in Game of Thrones, but the concept that you're talking about. But think about that, like just how they put like with the why can't I think of it now? The Warriors of Chaos faction, where they limit, you know, the amount of like demon units you can have, right? Do the same thing with undead units, right? Like, and somehow, you know, you can increase your capacity and the whole 9 yards and whatnot, right? But, you know, to start off with, you know, limit how many you can, just how many undead units outside of your faction you're able to recruit, and then go on from there. That would be fucking titties. But yeah, vampire counts factions now, like, I think the vampire count faction, now that we've kind of brought it up, they're a really fun faction to play if you're not like streaming it or making videos. They're a very fun faction to play in your own time. Very, very fun in my opinion. They're just like, I guess it depends on like playing style and whatnot. But like for me, I love Nurgle because they're a lot stronger than what their stats say, right? Vampires the exact same way now. They're 100 times stronger than what they appear. Because you can kill, especially if, oh god, if you guys haven't, if you're unlucky enough to have to fight them as like the end game crisis, you can kill the whole fucking army and they'll come back at like 75% fucking health over the end turn. It's fucking insane. It's annoying if they've got more than like one settlement or 2 or 3 armies. Like if they're at fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Like critical mass, I guess. They're just really fucking strong, really big, and all that lovely goodness. Like, good luck, because that is like Warhammer 2 and like Order Tide, never stopping, never backing down level of nightmare-ishness. Because they literally just never die. They never die. They never stay dead. There we go. They never stay dead. Just keep letting our magic generate here a little bit. Could probably 176 speed. God damn. Come at me, Eagle. Oh yeah, you want this smoke too, Tyrion? You and your little pony. Could literally run circles around you. We gotta be careful of their horses.
By the hair forged.
He's basically unbreakable.
This will do.
The bad thing is, like, in the battle I did the other day, it's not that he's... Oh, he did Sun Fang. It's not that he's, like, hard to kill. It's that NKari's animation is absolute garbage. Like, NKari just misses 90% of the time with his attack animation. Wrong spell. Alright, if they're gonna do that, I mean, we'll probably take some damage.
Power of Sluggish.
Demonettes, obey!
Can he reach? He sure can. Oh shit.
Moving on.
And... Oh, hell yeah.
Scream!
The call to wait.
We are in agreement.
Except you. You go away. Oh, fuck, yeah. Because she should be doing...
Purple winds.
Very nice.
Endless suffering.
Oh, he's getting his,
Tempter.
yeah. Eventually he won't have that. He ended up getting lucky and his passive ability kicked in. But that won't last forever.
Sword.
Hey Dave, welcome to the stream. And there goes Tyrion. And we just won.
Move.
You stay back though.
To the next victory.
Now. NKari. Attack.
Dark whispers of glory.
NKari.
How we doing over here?
It
Good?
brings access.
Yeah, they're doing alright.
At once.
Good. Come over here.
NKari.
Spread decadence and depravity.
The deepest pleasure.
Enjoy your death.
You need to stay back there. Nice. You need to get out. You got a lot of anti-large coming at you.
Glorious. Unleash my power. Fire.
And now you can come and attack them.
Agonizing death.
Pleasure, passion, excess, and decadence.
Decadent seekers.
Sorcerer of Slaanesh.
Yes.
Nice.
NKari.
Should be the end of them right here. And army losses. Good. Run all of them down. Come on, get it. Kill them all, kill them all. Before they get off the field. Nice. Get another heal in. I've already used you. Very nice. Almost at full. Close victory, my ass. $53 to 1,000. Close victory. seen the? Yes, I have watched the House of Dragon. I like it. I'm just not excited for the fact that it's going to be like another year before the next season comes out. I'm kind of surprised on the fact that they didn't think it would be a hit, and that they're taking so long to wait for the next season. But yeah, I hope they go take it all the way up to, you know, like the Game of Thrones, basically, right? You know, don't just, you know, you might as well like keep going and leading up to that fact, or even like doing an extra like series. Excuse me, got the burps. Doing something on like the Doom and bringing all of that into the fold, you know, of Aegon and all that stuff. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, so far I really like it. I think they've done a good job so far. There we go. No. Do blade. Yeah, give him some more melee defense. Good. There goes Tyrion. For the House of Dragon, Jon Snow knows nothing. He always knows nothing. He is a forever ignorant bastard child. What's up? Alright. Give her that item. Or him that item. Just one second, guys. Hey, calm down. The wife and kiddo just woke up and my dog's going a little crazy. But I will be right back, guys. Probably take like a 5-10 minute break. Just 1 second. Oh. Alright, I'm back. The wife is up, but the kiddo is still sleeping, I guess. Alright, we'll fight this manually just so we can heal that sorcerer and also not lose a unit. Come here, Cash. Hey, get off my shoe. But come here. He knows mom's awake now, so now he's staring at the door. Come here. Come say hi to people. Good boy. There he is. Hey, no. Come here. Up. Come here. Hey. It's okay. Mom's working out. Come here. Yeah, he not focused. Trying to get him to come say hi to you guys, but he's just not having it right now. Like, I don't think it was necessarily... I think just the first, like, 2 or 3 episodes of Season 8 of Game of Thrones were okay. You know, like, it was you know, the first few episodes was... They were wrapping up what was going on at the end of Season 7. Totally understandable. But with, like, how they end up finishing the show is what everyone, including myself, has a problem with, right? They spend the entire first 7 seasons, you know, going through this elaborate explanation of how, you know, Dany is not going to become like her father or every other Targaryen that went crazy, right? You have this whole, like, you know, if you haven't watched the show, you have this whole, you know, secret, like, you don't really know who Jon Snow is. You have that the whole time, you know, like, you're just like, you don't really know, like, what's going on, and then obviously the grand reveal of who he actually is comes out, and you're like, oh shit, and then they even make the whole big deal about how, you know, he and Dany could rule together, you know, and it could be the first time ever that something like that ever happens. They make it a huge deal, and then, you know, the writers are just like, you know what? Let's just do what's already happened before, and then let's just make Dany go crazy. And the fact that Jon gets sent to the fucking wall is so stupid. I hate how the show ends with him just walking into the fucking northern wastes of, you know, the north, like he's just absolutely fucking nothing. Like, I don't know. You know, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, welcome everyone who's joining the stream. It's good to have you guys here. I appreciate you being here. You're alright, Cash. Now he's really going to have a severe case of FOMO because he knows my wife is up now. So if I'm not constantly, like, petting him or giving him attention, he knows mom's out there making noise. He's a little attention whore, you know. But what dog isn't? Come here. Oh, come here. Come here. Good boy. There. No, stay up here. You want to say hi to people? There he is. There he is. Oh, I lost my... You're making my general get shot here, dude. I'm taking hit points losses for you, and this is how you repay me. What a guy. You try and be nice, you know. You try and be nice. Hey, it's okay. He's literally just, like, got his face right up to the door. You almost out of ammo yet? Nobody got time for you. I think season 1. Yeah, seasons 1 through 4 were great. Like, I really like seasons 4 through like 8.5. Obviously, when everything is kind of really getting into, is really like getting going and whatnot. Obviously, but you know, I just think of all the ways they could have ended the show. They went with the most basic, like, annoying one. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand it. I think it was a terrible, terrible way to end the show. Because, I mean, you had multiple, what's the word I'm looking for? Possibilities of ending the show. And they just do something that the whole time they basically talk about, or not they talk about, but like the characters talk about how they're not going to do, you know? That combination doesn't work. You know, and it's just like, why, you know, from a producing standpoint, why spend all this money on this show about how, hey, we're not going to do this. And then, like, plot twist, we're going to do it anyway. You know, like, I don't know. I just, you know, they could have let Jon be king. They could have, you know, the fact that they just exile him and then the Unsullied leave Westeros for good and then go to an island that you don't even know where it's located. Like, I don't know. It's just... Do you know if the rumor show snows a thing? I haven't looked. I've heard about it. I don't know if it's like for sure been approved is not the word to use, but I don't know if it's being made, I guess is the thing, but I have heard about it. I know what you're talking about. I view the Night King as the ultimate enemy. I think even with, like, you know, like, I think the Night King part was okay. You know, and it makes sense that, you know, Cersei betrays them and doesn't go and help them. Like, that part makes sense, like, you know, because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, if Cersei goes and helps them, like, are they really going to feel inclined to, like, go and be like, hey, you know, we just fought together and saved humanity. Now let's go back to killing each other. Like, you know, they're not going to have them do that, I don't think. But at the same time, like, with what they did with Dany, what they did with... Because, you know, Dany is supposed to be better than all the other Targaryens who went mad, right? And, like, yeah, she loses 2 of her dragons, right? She loses her best friend and most trusted advisor. But she's supposed to, you know... The whole time, again, the whole show is about how she's better than that. How she doesn't want to be another angry, crazy, enraged Targaryen. How she's going to be different. And then they just make her be exactly the same. You know, like, there's no difference, you know, between her and her crazy father. You know, they're just not. And it's... Like, once... And you know, as soon as, you know, if you're watching it for the first time, and as soon as you know, you see her just start burning King's Landing, you know she's just going to be like everything else, you know, like, you're like, well, you know, she's no different. Which obviously, like, they even do obviously some foreshadowing when, I've actually started rewatching it again. When she is at the, I think it's season 2, when she's at the House of the Undying, and, you know, they're showing, she's being shown basically like her different, like, or her future, you know, of, you know, hey, she could have the Iron Throne, but, you know, then she's like, I gotta save my dragons, you know, that scene where she's at, you know, the Iron Throne, she sees it, but it's like snowing, the buildings are destroyed, you know, and it's a little foreshadowing, like, you don't know if that's because she does that, obviously, you don't know if something else goes on, you know, you just don't know at that time, but, you know, they just, again, they just go through all the trouble of explaining this, and then they do the exact opposite. It's like, what's the point? Like, if you were just gonna make her do that from the get-go, what was the point of making this whole story about how she was gonna be better? You know? Like, it's just... And that's what I'm hoping, you know, like, that's why I hope with the House of Dragons that they don't stop at you know, the War of the Dragons. Like, I hope they connect it to the rest of Game of Thrones. You know, like, you know, just keep going with it. You know, like it's. I think it's been well received so far. You know, just keep running with it. You know. Especially because they've talked about it so much. You know, they've talked about like all the basically all the references, you know, to the Song of Ice and Fire, that the blade that, you know, has it inscripted on it. You know, they keep talking about, or they keep referencing so many things from the actual show Game of Thrones. Like, just keep running with it. You know, you know, don't stop when they're close. Basically, I hope they don't do that. You know, just keep rolling with it. You know, they've got a good start to it. Just keep going with it. Plus, nobody likes a unfinished story. You know, like, nobody does. So who knows? We'll see. I'm very optimistic for it though. Hopefully they've learned from their mistakes with Game of Thrones, that they're not gonna fuck that one up. So we'll see. Come on. I just need you to get that heal in. There we go. Oh, no, where you going? He already healed the full. Good stuff. Black Fairy Billy and Robertson would be so cool. Yeah, me too. You know, like, and they've made a bunch of references already, like at the end of the House of Dragons when the one Baratheon already, you know, doesn't uphold his pledge to the Targaryen family, like Rhaenyra and Daemon, right? You know, he's like, yeah, fuck you guys, like, I'm not, you know, a dog that you can just call and be summoned, you know, to me, you know, that kind of thing. You know, they've made so many references again to the show that I think they'd basically be stupid not to continue up to the point of Robert's Rebellion, right? You know, and even like Aegon's like conquest, I mean that would be like, you could go, if you really wanted to, you could go all the way back to the first men fighting the White Walkers the first time, you know, leading up to Aegon's conquest, you know, all that stuff. Like, people would drool over seeing, you know, like Vhagar and Vermithor are supposed to be like the two oldest and largest dragons at this time, right? And to see the other two dragons that are supposed to be even bigger than Vhagar would just blow people's minds. Fuck yeah, we'll sack and occupy it.
Sack the Tempter Lord.
Force march on this side of it.
Comes.
Good.
Just a sample.
Garrison.
Such insights to tempt you. In the business of despoil.
Okay. Tell you what, let's swing.
Divine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Taste our pleasure.
What petty offerings do you bring the great Noctilus? Time to indulge.
Well, tough shit.
I hunt.
Alright, that's fine. Okay, here they come.
The herald of of Slanesh.
They're not quite there.
With joy. Slaneshi Herald.
They're just outside of the reinforcement range. If they were any closer, we'd definitely be able to auto that. I just don't think it looks like we'll be able to.
The free soul.
And these are in no way in good enough shape to deal with all of this.
The new avatar of sensation. Artisan of
Now we are.
pure, unalloyed sensation. Rejoice!
Nice.
Grace and cruelty. Prince's
Good.
Herald. The Herald of Slanesh.
Keep the
Behold my
magic high for them. Just more marauders are fine. What can I build? Growth everywhere. Growth is actually for... They actually get... I really think for Slanesh anyway. You're fine, buddy. For the extra like 1200 for an extra 20 growth, I don't really mind it. Especially when it's, you know, like for toward your vest where it's gonna go from 60 to 80. Alright, technology. Okay. Chariots. What I want to get, that's good. Seducing is cost 10%. Now, I wouldn't mind getting the army abilities because eventually we can use those obviously forever. So, all right, good.
Immortality.
Yeah, where the fuck is the
Mistress of the young.
I don't know. I think they lost the Sword of Cain. I wish it would tell me who owned it. Oh, shut your face. Alright, let's move on. Come here. You're fine. Sit. You're fine. She's working out. You're fine.
Your desires no longer captivate me. Your need.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I can't remember how old. Because Vagar is supposed to be. Vagar was one of the first dragons that came over there. You know, with them. And that was like 200, 300 years prior. Yeah, I'll take the control. Yep. Do Lothern. Alright. Good. And we'll just occupy it this time. A lot of fucking forbidden routes. This will be good for growth. And yeah, we'll replenish fairly effectively here. Alright, hopefully if I merge... Ward save 14. Yeah, that's just... Alright. Damn. Getting some good freaking items. That's not the worst thing in the world. Alright, you. Yeah, she's earned it.
So good.
Service me. Now you are ready.
Excuse me. Alright.
Slaneshi Herald.
Good.
Sensation
Just keep coming down in Force March.
bringer of sensation. Depravity reigns.
Keep an eye out on... Damn, they took like this whole coast.
What petty offering?
Okay.
Malevolent lord.
What? Yes, I am. God's smile.
Yeah, I can't confederate him.
Cruel and deadly.
Trade.
Dominate.
No.
Your will bring death.
A lot of
Lord
fucking
fear.
vassals over there, though.
Yes.
I can
But
do it to Azazel, right?
Submit to me. I have such
nope.
wonderful.
I thought I could confederate him.
I knew.
That's alright.
fear dominate. Yes.
Suck it, bitch.
Noble born.
Nice. Nice. So now I'll get some vassal tribute as well. Very nice. Shrine of Loic. Alright, do the growth one. Actually, no. It's alright, bud. Yep, that's fine. Do more. Just, at that point, it's not needed. Port Illustor. Yep. Take growth. Alright, let's move on. But, like, Vermithor is still at Dragonstone, which is what, or who, like, Daemon sings to, you know, at the end of House and Dragons. And he's supposed to be as big as Vhagar. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Obviously, Daemon and their family win at the end of the day because the Targaryen line, you know, like it goes through. If you just Google like the Targaryen family tree, it's Daemon and Rhaenyra's kids that end up leading down to Dany. Dragons have reminded me. Aren't they coming out with a movie with Dungeons and Dragons, right? Your command has inspired me to try the NKari campaign. Oh, good. It's really fun. You really got to utilize. White Tower of Hoth is safe. We can get rid of that. It's definitely a faction. I think of it as like Nurgle. Don't try and like you can get away with a lot of things in Warhammer where you know you don't have to use for what I'm trying to think like for example Warriors of Chaos, right? You don't have to use their monster units in a campaign if you don't want to. You can, and it's fun. It can make it easier, but you don't have to. You don't have to the dwarves, you don't have to use their artillery, but they're better with it. Same thing with the Empire, you don't have to, but they're better with it. Cathay, you know, so on and so forth. Slanesh is not like that. You know, you can't throw in a bunch of Marauders the whole time and wonder why they're struggling a little bit.
My deepest desire granted. Who will join
But yeah, they're a faction which I've really enjoyed in Warhammer, where you actually have to utilize their strengths and weaknesses. You know, you can make their weakness like their infantry and make it a strength by compounding it with their cavalry and whatnot. So really, really fun. They can be a really fun faction. Go and do ambush stance. I say they're just gonna be recruiting garbage. They only have one settlement. They only have one settlement. Life is good. I need to be recruiting though.
How divine.
Never mind.
You want me?
Let's move on.
My divine master.
I wouldn't. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't know. I might watch that movie just because it has dragons in it. When I watch Game of Thrones, I always I'm not like so my. It's a long story to get to a small, very not really funny thing, but I joke with my wife about how for my birthday I want a dragon, because growing up my family was never really big into like birthdays or anything like that. We never did anything super elaborate, so like gifts, you know, were never really a thing. Like even for Christmas, like I never we just never really did a huge gifts thing, you know, at certain points. And so like I never really think, you know, of like, oh, what do I want for Christmas or what do I want for a birthday? And I was like, I don't fucking, you know, I don't care. Like it's just another day of the year. And so I always joke, you know, when my birthday comes around or Christmas comes around, my wife, you know, always asks like, oh, what do you want this year? And I always tell her, oh, I want a dragon. It's like, duh.
Such insights to tempt.
Alright. We'll get enough money from winning this battle.
Lord.
I remember playing Dungeons and Dragons as a kid. It was really cool. Oh yeah, all those games though. I mean, even Game of Thrones. You know, you have to have a sense of imagination and, you know, just
I cannot rewrite
nerdiness to it, or else you won't enjoy it. You know.
Drink in my
Valiant defeat. They actually might come out and sally out. And if they don't, they don't. No big deal.
excess.
Don't.
Onward.
Alright, who has the fucking Sword of Cain? That's gonna be a nasty fucking siege. Because the Shrine of Cain, like, that map itself is fucking
So
disgusting and awful, and I hate it. Bordello.
I don't care for this order.
I don't have a siege attacker here, so...
Vicious delight.
But I also don't want to be doing nothing with you. Tell you what. Come up here.
Don't stop. Divine immortality.
Actually, you come up here, because I'm paying with you and devotees.
Do I please you?
That's what I do.
On we go.
I try and get in alliance with them so I can get some artillery. And just put in a bunch of freaking cultist things here. Boom. Which is arguably much better and more rare. Very true. Very true. No, not really. That's why I think NKari's campaign is a little bit of a trap for people, right? Because you're playing a demon-based faction, and you have access to demonettes right away, which demonettes statistically are much better than Marauders. But the problem is Demonettes don't have any protection at all against missile units, which is what Elves primarily early on will be using. They have more archer-based units in their garrisons than they do melee units, and they do in their armies. And so you're going to, what's going to end up happening is you're going to, your army, you know, even though they are really good once they're in melee, 100%, they're really, really good in melee. But if half of your units, you know, if you have 20 units and half of them are basically dead before you even get to the High Elf army, then their melee units are going to end up beating yours. You know what I mean? So go for the cheaper option, you know. Go for the cheaper option. Go for Marauders that have a shield to protect themselves. And, you know, get the better units when you actually need the better units. If that makes sense, you know. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Bring you up here. Just bring all of them up here now.
Gravity reigns.
My wife is just finishing up her workout, by the way, so if the baby starts crying, guys, I am on baby duty. So just a heads up in case I have to roll out.
Drink their soul.
I'm fine with that. Because one, it'll get work on the bloody trait, and they took out them over the end turn, so they're not going to attack me. And it gets rid of Tyrion.
You are thieves.
Boom.
Greater secrets
Set match. Alright. Give him more armor.
Let me imbibe your essence.
Do melee attack.
A new way to slay.
Yeah, just and like as you can see, like you can, like later on you can phase the units out. You just, you know,
Hunger for soul.
if you never have a good start to your campaign to begin with, then you know what's the point in getting those units if you can never actually use them. Alright. Yeah, buddy. There we go.
How divine.
Good.
You desire fornication.
Reign secure.
Alright, let's...
Malevolent Lord.
Border pleasure challenges. Bring it.
Good, I'll be able to dominate
Lord
him
of
soon.
fear. Black, bring ruin.
And I mean, it's not to say that the Demonettes won't work. I just think you'll have a much harder time getting a good start with them than you will Marauders. It'll hurt your budget. It'll hurt your overall army effectiveness. Let's move on. Because again, like even like as the campaign progresses, like I don't really plan on ever getting Demonettes because, like, yes, they are good, but later on in the campaign, like you have better flanking units. Like you need a combination of units that can hold the line a little bit while your other units do the bulk of the killing. You know, you don't need every unit in your army to be really, really good at killing something. You know, like NKari utilizes, and like NKari himself is really good in fighting in a blob because you want him to be, you know, he has a lot of aura debuffs and things at his disposal. So you want a bunch of units fighting around him. You want a bunch of units, you know, kind of caught up in the I guess in the thick of it, basically.
Cult of pleasing
You know,
Name
while he's the one
cult
doing the
of
damage,
shell
or you have a bunch of
cultist.
you have a bunch of other units that are doing the damage, like the cavalry, for example, right? So just keep that in mind, you know, and that's not only for, you know, this campaign, but in other campaigns too, for anybody for that matter. You know, not every unit in your army has to be this super ultra, you know, killing machine that is just going to wreak havoc on your enemies. All right, and you're dead. Nice.
The Tempter Lord.
And get rid of you.
Greater secrets
And recruits. Take some more anti-large. Keep that building for one turn.
excess.
Let's actually.
Expand the troop.
Recruit one unit. No.
Embrace.
Obviously, like Marauders, will eventually be able to replace them, which I'm doing.
Come, my children.
With better units that can hold the line better, because obviously the enemy's armies are going to get better. So obviously your units that are holding the line need to improve, and all of that is just up to you. You know, you have to decide ultimately when you can not only afford to do it, but when you need to do it. Any unit is supposed to be a killing machine. That's heresy. I mean, I'm sure you can make like Marauders or Skaven Slaves, you know, just the bee's knees. You know, I'm not saying you can't do it. You might hate yourself afterwards. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Excuse me. No, Dave, I haven't heard, I don't think anyone has heard anything regarding, the Chaos Dwarves, mainly because Creative Assembly just doesn't talk about it, like, ever.
The cult grows. The cult calls. And
Yeah, they just don't ever talk about it, unfortunately. See, I thought he had the Sword of Cain. Alright, this one is a money one.
What
So come here and we'll take a turn of replenishment and then get that next turn. Good. Yeah, I thought he was supposed to have it, but it looks like he's lost it. There we go. Alright.
time to indulge?
But I'll take a look. I don't think so, though. Yeah, the last thing they talked about was a Three Kingdoms patch. That it was like involving multiplayer, which I don't know why they were concerned with improving multiplayer stuff for a game they've abandoned a few years ago, but I think the last I've heard from I don't believe the next DLC is expected until like March or April at least, from what I've heard through the grapevine.
What?
But alright guys, I will be right back. We'll take a little break. The kiddo is starting to wake up, so I will be right back. Just one moment. Alright, I'm back. Thanks, guys, for being patient with me. Okay.
Slaves to darkness.
Yeah, I want to take the Shrine of Cain first.
The herald of Slanesh.
The Black Court waits with bated breath. Protect guards, stay your
Okay,
way.
never mind. I was gonna see if I could, get some money from them,
Such insights to
but I can't.
flints.
Oh, nice.
Acquiesce.
Yeah, I want to get the Sword of Cain.
Bringer of sensation. On clover.
She can, like, protect this settlement from them.
An order.
Nice.
Bringers of joyous degradation.
No, keep it at tier 2.
Slaver every surface. There is affirmation.
What?
You desire.
Can I not get the Sword of Cain?
You want me.
No, finish his magic.
Another desire fulfilled.
Yep.
It will be drenched in bodily fluids.
Yeah, that's fine.
It pleases the prince.
You can keep recruiting. Good. And do growth. What the hell? So I wonder, does that mean then, if I can't get it, does that mean someone else already has it? Or did I just SOL myself out of the Sword of Cain? I don't know. If anyone knows, please feel free to chime in. I really hope I didn't just ruin my chances of getting it.
Short-sighted.
Yep, that's fine, and let's move on.
Enter my palace of pleasure and speak.
Strategic threat. Alright, Marathi wants this smoke. Victor Gaines. I really want the Sword of Cain.
The cult of unfettered flesh. Who seeks me?
Damn, I'm gonna be able to dominate Malice here soon too. Okay, where'd he go?
Of course. Bring me to them. At last, I am
Just take the money.
unleashed.
We'll be able to replenish. All right. Good.
Just a sigh. haste.
Yeah, Woundmaker, make him a fucking beast mode. Do growth. Yep, money is good. All this money is about to be gone. Alright.
Time to indulge.
Maybe, yeah, does anyone know, anyone here know if, Kari... Only the elven factions can draw it from the shrine, but anyone... Okay. So yeah, hopefully, someone has it.
Delectable. Cavort. Feast on
Or else, I'm gonna have to give to someone for them to build the Shrine of Cain.
No joy. Prince's Herald.
Tell you what, I don't need you anymore. But having them in this fight will make it a little easier for auto-resolve purposes.
Artisano.
feast upon their sin.
Keep your wits about you.
Good. Alright, and now you can
Tender hand of
go bye-bye.
crossing.
Alright, you can go away. That can stay.
Such
Ooh, tell you what though, get rid of this in case I do sell it to someone. Because I don't want them to have extra defenses. That would be no bueno. Good, just go through some skill points.
desire fornication.
Grace and cruelty.
Yeah. Good, good, good,
Slaanesh
good.
Herald.
Time to indulge.
Getting some anti-large for her actually wouldn't be the worst thing in the
I
world.
desire new pleasures.
Do money. Get some more money.
Ill considered.
Where did the fucking Sword of Cain go?
Your will. What? Speak, not take what's.
Okay, the next one's gonna be Hag Grief.
The sea brings death. What is your demand?
Count Noctilus reigns. Pay tribute or make war. It matters little, for either is desirable.
Who knows? Maybe they'll just attack me, though, I guess. And I can just take the settlements from them that way, too. Alright, let's move on. Because they have super low leadership anyway, and low leadership factions are factions that we will destroy the most. It's kind of deceiving because it looks like Oathwine is all of mine. wonder if there's a way I can like search who has the sword of Cain. I don't know. Hey, here we go. Now we got what I want. Sleek.
Sensations without limits.
Embrace the lost.
Huh.
Delights without boundaries.
They are blind to us.
Bringer of sensation. The herald
Go.
of Slanesh.
Nice. We can get Heart Seekers now. Get rid of you. Upgrade you. Nope. More growth would be good. Money. Control. Really don't have to worry about revolts. Cause yeah, I don't think they personally do not have access or do not own the Sword of Cain. Sword of Cain is Sword of Gun, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to sell it to somebody and let them like build it back up, and then once they get it, kill them.
And it shall be done. The cult of endless delights.
Tyrant.
Alright, so control is not going to be there for a while, so let's just do that one, so I get some more seductive influence. Who do you think who do I have? Well, my wife and my wife's family are huge Chiefs fans, so and I'm not a big fan of the Eagles. I don't know why. But yeah, they're just not a favorite of mine, I guess.
Demon, shouldn't you be licking the underside of rocks?
No.
Yes.
I don't want to go to. I mean, it looks like she's gonna go to war with me anyway. What? So it's basically like it can turn a lot of lords into a one-man killing machine. So it gives them like plus 25 melee attack. It gives them plus like 450 armor piercing damage, which armor piercing damage in the game it like always applies. So you want more you always want more armor piercing weapon damage, or just armor piercing damage in general than regular base weapon damage. It also makes them unbreakable, and it gives them a Sword of Cain ability. It's like a vortex spell that dishes out shit tons of damage. It also provides a ton of ward save, but it also comes on some negative sides. It makes everybody hate you. It raises your upkeep costs faction wide. But playing as a demon faction, a lot of people are going to hate you anyway, so I'm not really worried about that aspect of it. But yeah, I can't. Typically, when you own the Shrine of Cain settlement, you can build it up to tier 3, which grants you access to it, and it'll like provide you with the dilemma, like, hey, do you want the Sword of Cain? But it didn't, and now I know why.
Noble of the Witch King welcomes you.
And
I will
so
retreat on his back.
I need
Cruel
to
Dreadlord.
sell it to someone who can rebuild it. I wonder if they'll take it back.
Fear the Black Court is no place for the weak.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Hell, flee!
Can I sell it to
I have a great
anybody
many things.
Red things may.
other than the Scourge of Cain that can actually build it? No. I do want it though. So don't do a non-aggression pact, but sell them the Shrine of Cain. Take their money. Okay. And just let them build it back up. Yeah. So next turn, they should have a dilemma pop up for them that gives them access to the Sword of Cain, because they just re-got it basically by me doing that. So once they get it again, I find out who has it, and then I attack them, and I take it for myself. Mind games. Niners and Bengals, but whatever, as long as it's a good game. I think it's going to be a shootout. The Chiefs' defense is terrible, but I don't know, because the Chiefs currently don't have 3 of their starting receivers. They're all injured from the last game, so it could be interesting, and Mahomes is going to be shaky at best because of his leg, so I don't know. I think it'll be interesting, though. I hope, anyway.
I can feel it. You will.
Literal demons. Tried to sell you a city that houses a cursed sword that is literally a manifestation of the god of murder. What can go wrong? Yeah, exactly.
You want me.
Feared by all.
Alright, that's fine. I mean, actually, NKari coming this way isn't the worst thing in the world, because then he can deal with these turd nuggets. Nice, another tier 4. Do some more growth. I do have a non-aggression pact with them, which is unfortunate.
So good.
Okay, apparently they didn't get access to the Sword of Cain, which is weird.
Divine immortality. To my chamber of pain.
So grants owner access to the Sword of Cain. So they have access to it. It's gone back into their possession.
How divine.
So why aren't you possessing it? And I'm gonna go and capture all those islands. 2,900. So okay, let's merge you two.
You are summoned. Slanesh is young. Summon them.
All right.
Expand the troop. You are summoned.
Yeah, NKari can go east. He just needs to play catch up. Calidor. I can fix that real quick though. Yeah, public order there will be fine once it's positive. Let's get rid of that immediately. It's cheap enough.
Taste every sensation.
Alright, let's...
Grace and cruelty.
Why won't you pick up the Sword of Cain?
Do you take me for a child?
With a group of teenagers. Okay. Do not conquest, not diplomacy. Trying to see if the Sword of Cain will pop up in here. I'm not seeing it. Unfortunately. Well, shit. Okay. Yondis. At turn 25. Okay. So, not you. Okay.
See my cauldron.
Sword of Cain. Okay. So I think that is...
Our dread king welcomes you.
Okay, it's
What
not...
you wish
I
to
think that's them, though. Because that's... I swear that's the first time I've seen it. Okay. So would it be traits and items, maybe? Yep, okay, Sword of Cain. Okay. So yeah, it's them, right? Okay. So who took it? She took it again. you? She gained. Okay, I think I know what happened. So it's not that she ever lost it. So I think what happened was this guy was killed, right? And so when that guy, their like general was killed, when the Sword of Cain became available, so they gave it, you know, it automatically gave it to that other lord. And they just haven't re-recruited that lord, because then he came back. Because like the AI will always re-recruit their faction lord when he comes, or when they come available. So they had the Sword of Cain lord out, but then he became available, so they booted her out for him, and just he just hasn't died yet. And so they haven't re-recruited that Yondis character back into the game. So it's basically that lord is just in their like recruit pool with the Sword of Cain, doing nothing. Another faction takes the sword to the capital. No. So the Sword of Cain is like, it's always either at the Shrine of Cain or it's attached to a lord. So at any point, if you attack the lord and beat them, the game will prompt you like, hey, do you want the Sword of Cain, or do you basically want to return it to the owners? And so if it does that, I think it has a cooldown, and then it'll, you know, basically give the Sword of Cain back to that faction.
A crescendo of pain and
But yeah, sure. So yeah, I need to do something basically to trigger them into re-recruiting that lord. Don't know what that was. Yeah, increase my hero capacity, I think, is what I want to do. Yep.
Slanesh's courtesan.
Good, okay.
Cruel and
So yeah, in order to do that, I'm gonna have to kill him. Which, you know, whatever.
Prince's herald.
What have you left to give? Come, my children.
Nice. Now that I have the Sword of Cain, I will retire. Yeah, they're being assholes with it. Alright. You're gonna die. Hope it was worth it. Yeah, whatever. Take the devotees, because we are running low on it. Fuckers just don't want to leave it alone, do they? Alright, yeah, stay here and take some replenishment, because he's just going to keep trying to move back to, like, the Shrine of Cain, it looks like. So the other armies will be able to basically play cleanup duty on him. Good. Don't need to... Oh, okay. Money and growth. Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah. Public order... I might even need to...
The Black Court is a dangerous place.
because he won't recruit another lord either. Like, it's just gonna be chance. Like, I could kill that lord, and when they re-recruit a lord, it won't even be him, be that general. It could be someone completely random. So it might even be better to basically have the chance of giving them more settlements, so they have more money, so they'll be prompt to recruit more lords. I don't know. But yeah, at this point, it's completely random, and a very slim chance that the Sword of Cain will ever be present again in the game. The only way I could for sure do it is if I completely kill off that faction and then sell the settlement to an elf faction and then let them spend 20 turns building everything they'll need to get access to the Sword of Cain again. So Heartseekers, let's go. They're so freaking good.
This will serve.
Okay.
Noble born.
Drink in my
Good.
excellence.
Nice, nice, nice.
Hunger for souls.
What's up? Okay. Hi. That's our daughter.
Slaves to darkness. Avidity is your weakness. Affirmation. Keep going.
Slanesh Herald.
People are gonna hate me anyway, so let's do it.
I bring the glorious obscenity of war. I seek stimulation.
No, give her garbage.
This herald's
NKari is really the one that needs the better units. Tell you what, let's take her off the shrine. Do some chaos deed action.
I must haste flesh.
Nice.
This will slaughter many.
a tool of sweetest
Now, hopefully,
torture.
they pick up the Sword of Cain again. Or re-recruit the lord that has the Sword of Cain. And
Honor before glory. Noska! Tribesmen,
no.
Fear me.
Hell yeah, man. I'm gonna get some mammoths.
Abroad is all.
Next turn though. When I have money.
Winter tooth.
Good, one more turn. Oh, it's gonna be a bit.
King lizards.
Let's move on. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna grab some breakfast. I had a cookie. But I'm going to keep going for a little bit yet. Speed. I don't freaking know. I do a lot of sacking. The captivating Musk. Seduce unit cost. Or actually, do the construction time for province settlements. I'm so indecisive when it comes to their technologies. Good, do some money. More money.
Delectable.
Alright, now.
There is little you could say that would improve my mood.
They should have a lord coming in somewhere. They should. Alright. You come over here. You go over there.
To my sweet secrets. My den of
Alright, what does he really need?
You will serve. You have no choice. You shall serve.
There we go.
Weakness.
Good. That would be good for trade. We got quite a few trade partners right now anyway. Let's see. Yeah, I just really need them. Excuse me. I really need them to re-recruit that lord. And let's move on. But yeah, I appreciate everyone still being here. It's been a good stream. Because what I could even do too is if like someone were to wipe them out, or they lose like to they would lose to rebels even, like I can always, you know, occupy the last settlement and then bring them back from the dead and vassalize them, and then once sell them the Shrine of Cain. Like there's a lot of things I can do to get the Shrine of, or the Sword of Cain back. It just will take a good amount of time, unfortunately.
You want me?
No. I don't want her to break. Good, he's getting stronger. I don't really need anything else. I mean, that's a fairly solid army. Okay. Is it the one I want? No. Basically,
Slanesh's desire.
we don't need them to,
The time
like, technically own the Sword of Cain.
comes.
So the vassal is, okay, the vassal will be the elf. Yeah,
It will be.
we don't need them to actually have access to the Shrine of Cain, or like that building built. We just need them to re-recruit that lord that already has the already has the Sword of Cain. Excuse me. All right, let's get rid of you. Yeah, buddy. Do replenishment, I guess. What do I need to build, if anything? Guy and Veil can be upgraded. I think that'll take... we got some more money. And then you Can you reach him, really? Oh, let's give him some better items. You already have magical attack. Sure. No. Alright. You did.
Nothing is more delectable.
And they smack it auto resolve. Nice. Oh, they're so good. They're so good.
Docking.
Alright. Alright, magic is done.
My sense heightened.
Good. Alright. Alright. Oh, outpost. Yes.
Let's talk turn.
Nice.
World Scourge.
And you're not my bitch. Vassal tribute is going through the roof. See, NKari's campaign it can be pretty stressful early on, but like once you get it going, oh, it's really fun. Slanesh, I really like the demon factions. Even Nurgle, like once you get some more diseases unlocked and whatnot, and you're able to pop down more plagues, you're able to do some pretty gnarly combinations with the plagues on your armies, and it's just really fun.
If all goes as foreseen.
It's so much easier to get the Sword of Cain when you don't need. Oh yeah, it's always when you don't need it is that it's always in your face, and then when you don't want it, it's a pain in the ass to actually get it.
Pleasure for pleasure's sake.
Which I don't think I've ever actively tried to go out and get the Sword of Cain, so this is a first for me. Do money.
What is this?
Nope.
foolishness? Stalk there. Unspeakable depravity awaits. Bringer of sensation.
Which, if anything, it's just some easy levels up, you know?
Time to indulge. Full speed ahead.
Get some replenishment. There we go. But yeah, appreciate everyone being here, guys. Pretty good turnout today. Thank you for being here. Alright. No. We can get some more mammoths from them. Damn, they got a lot of fucking... Get some more mammoths, man. And let's move on.
Dare you sip from my...
I don't know why she wants to declare war on me, but I will be right back, guys. Just one moment. Alright, I'm back. I think it would be really... Yeah, that's fine. There is like a mod of the Game of Thrones on Medieval 2. It's really... What?
Despoil and ravage.
Oh, they're ready to be... Oh, they just don't have a settlement. Yeah, they're almost dead, that's why. There is a mod for it on... for Medieval 2. It's really old, but... I'm not a fan of it just because... So, like, even with, like, the Lord of the Rings game I play, right? Like, even though it... You know, if you know Lord of the Rings, right, you know the general gist of what Lord of the Rings is about. Like, the setting, you know, all that stuff, right? Like, you know what you're going to be getting into, basically, if you play the game. But it still makes it a base vanilla game. Or not a base vanilla game, but like a sandbox kind of experience where... You know, you have all these factions, they're all in the game, they're all, you know, what you would expect from a Lord of the Rings game, but it's not, like, set in stone, the events that are going to happen. Like, you could have a variety of weird, random things happening in the game because it's not all basically scripted, whereas, even though the game, yes, isn't scripted in the Game of Thrones mod, but, like, everything is already set up to the point of basically the end of, like, Season 7 of Game of Thrones. So, like, Daenerys has all of her troops over in Dragonstone. The Lannisters have, you know, fully taken over King's Landing. You know, like, the Night King is coming with his army, so like all of those things are already happening and like set up like on turn 1. So it's not like you are starting off with Dany in BFE in the east and working your way west. You know, it's not like Jon Snow is just getting to the Night's Watch. You know, like everything is already kind of like pre-made, predestined for you to happen, and I mean, the mod is older anyway, but I've watched like a few episodes, even though they're fairly old, of other people playing it. And like, if you're playing the Northern factions, you're just fucked. Like, if you're playing as Winterfell, like, you're immediately going up against huge amounts of force from the Night King, which are really strong armies to begin with because they're undead factions, or an undead army. But you're also dealing with, you know, fighting the Lannisters and fighting Theon's uncle. So, you know, you're going up against a lot right there. Like, what I think would really be cool is if they were to use a new gaming engine like Warhammer's. And because then you could actually utilize, you know, like dragons and whatnot a lot more. In the Medieval 2 version, they kind of act like ballistas. You know, their wings move and whatnot, but, you know, it's not really a dragon, you know what I mean? So, you know, it would just... I think it needs to be still a sandbox kind of game and not something that's already pre-made, you know? It'd be like in Warhammer 2 if, you know, if you started out as any faction and the Warriors of Chaos invasion was already happening on turn 1, you know, like it doesn't matter who you were. Like, if you were playing as Norska, you wouldn't be focusing on, you know, building up an empire. You'd be focusing about defending your few settlements you have, you know what I mean? You know, it's just, I think, like, don't get me wrong, the mod itself for that game looks pretty cool just because, you know, it's Game of Thrones and they brought in the units and all that stuff, and it's really cool, it's really great, but not making it like a base sandbox game was a big mess up on their end, in my opinion. But, and the other ones that they're working on now, like the one for Attila is only custom battles only. So, I mean, what's the point of that, in my opinion?
Short-sighted.
It's just ridiculous. Unfortunate, I guess.
Immortality.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
Glorious obsession.
Plus, no one right now is gonna buy the rights to Game of Thrones like that. I don't even want to know how much that would cost a company or someone to buy.
The Tempter Law.
Nice. I guess I could bring back.
Your essence.
I could bring back Alethanar, and they would obviously end up making the Sword of Cain because they could actually make it. 12 skill points. That's not needed. That's not really needed. But his magic is done. His melee line is done. Could go down the red line.
How delightful. Joyous.
Nice.
You desire.
Alright, if it does that, it's about to crash on me. So I'm gonna save it quick in case it does. I've noticed a lot of the sea encounters are quite buggy. I've noticed it a handful of times now. Basically, as soon as your movement, you can't see my movement range, even though it says I have some. That's bad news bears. But I am gonna actually end up ending it here. I know it's a little earlier than what I anticipated, but I'm gonna spend some time with my family and have some breakfast with them. So yeah, appreciate all the support. I do plan on streaming again. Streaming again tomorrow. The campaign is going really well. I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Speaking of, it crashed. So it's kind of perfect timing. But let's see if anyone else is playing. Try and find someone smaller. Excuse me. Because you have like Mercy the Mad and Radiant Ash are playing. But I try and... thank you for the GGs there, my friend. Trying to see if Tom is going to stream today. And he has not made an announcement yet, so alright, I'll just end it there. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I enjoyed it again, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Have a good Saturday.